Aquarius, your week beginning the 13th of October sees your two co-rulers, traditional of Saturn and modern of Uranus, right at the heart of the celestial action. On Monday, Uranus, which continues to be retrograde, forges a dazzling alliance, not just to Pluto in your sign, which it has been for some time, but also to Venus. Venus is the relator and moves into the sign of Libra, a fellow air sign, on Monday, and connects to that Uranus-Pluto trine that's been ongoing. Now here, Venus, I think, is priming up your desire to feed your senses with some new experiences. That could be by going to see a band, a show. It may be by booking a holiday, going somewhere that's really rather different, perhaps where you can immerse yourself in the culture or perhaps the historical elements of wherever you visit. But in a more personal context about relationships, Venus in this relationship with Uranus and Pluto makes you the ultimate truth seeker. And the chances are, as Venus came out of the sign of Virgo, you may have been having a conversation with someone and it could have been about money. Or if it wasn't about money, it may have been about values. Or if it wasn't about money, values, it may have been about intimacy. And if there has been any inhibition or issues around that, I think what Venus can want you to do is perhaps have a bit more free time, or at least escape, be a bit more independent. And because Jupiter, the planet which is very much to do with freedom, is clashing with the Sun this week, you may find yourself a bit more resentful, along with the quarter moon of Monday, about those daily routines and chores that we all have to attend to, because there is part of you that wants more drama, wants more excitement. And with Pluto going direct in your sign on Tuesday, after having retraced his steps for 5 months, that determination to really evolve your situation is going to be heightened. But as the week goes on, interestingly, where you can use this desire for change could be around your work. Because as much as the quarter moon and Jupiter may make you feel that those everyday routines are rather dull and you're wanting to do something more varied and spontaneous, actually, if you can be open to a new beginning or applying for a role or a job which will raise your profile, the combination of Mercury and Mars can give you both authority but a clarity of message which is fantastic as this week draws to a close. So if you're having a meeting, doing a presentation, connecting with influential people, you're going to come across in a very positive way, but also in a very inventive way, imaginative way. But just as we come to the end of the week, your traditional ruler forges an inconjunction or a quincunx with the Sun. And however much you're wanting to be progressive, just be aware you need to be mindful of life foundations and also the cost of things or the value of things. So if you are a bit more of an idealistic Aquarius person, the reality of life could come in towards the end of the week, however much you're wanting to strut your stuff in a very assertive and dynamic way, which you can, but the world is as it is. But in general, this is a very, very exciting week for you. And I think connecting to people who are different, fresh, perhaps come from backgrounds that are very stimulating, or perhaps enjoying, just doing something that really feeds your senses with different information, different knowledge, will certainly be very, very positive indeed. If you've yet to check out your year 2026 deep dive forecast, please check out the link beneath this video.